Okay, next I am going to be installing the intake. I saw the Vararam has a really good tutorial or installation video on YouTube, so I'm not really going to be repeating the same things as they do. Summarize, you're going to be removing this right here from both sides, slide in the intake right here, and the other side, connect both of them right here, attach the filter, and connect it into the throttle body. You're also going to plug in your mass airflow sensor, put the protective piece of plastic right there, cover the top piece, but I'll still show you things along the way, I guess. For status update, I went ahead and removed these two guards right here. So next I'm going to try to put the intake itself right there. Okay, so I rammed the piping through there, added the gasket, and as you can see it pops out right there and right there. So I also installed the filter and I'm about to attach it right there. Okay, next I plugged the, I think this is called the smog tube, into right there. It's just plugged in. I mean, this thing serves absolutely no purpose. Alright, so I grabbed this piece of plastic, pushed it in from the bottom towards the top. So right through there, just literally pushed it. And then I grabbed a little ambient temperature sensor and pushed it through that opening right there. So for the time being, I'm going to use the stock duct, but later on I may switch it for the Power Duct because I do have it. It's just I was seeing that it could cause some check engine, codes to come on, so I'd rather put this one in here knowing it's going to be good, and if anything comes up then it's something to do with what I've done in there, then this gives me some false kind of information. So for the time being, the stock one's going back in, and then afterwards we'll swap it out for the Power Duct. But before we even do that, let's go ahead and first screw the bolts back in to hold this plastic piece, the big one, back in place. So it's just going along the bumper, and a couple on this side and on that side. Alright, so let's go through here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts at the bottom, one right there, and another one right there from the side. Right, so we slid this piece of plastic fan guard on top, and 2 bolts right there, 2 bolts on the other side. We're going to tighten those down. The fan guard has been tightened down, so we're just going to take this and put the clip in right there. Last but not least, I put the air duct in. We're going to tighten it down there. We're going to tighten this one here. We're going to plug the mass airflow sensor in. I was asked to realize which direction it goes. That one. Clip, reattach down there, and that'll be it. Okay, so everything's been tightened down. The only thing left to do is do the remainder of the exhaust, which I'm about to do next. Put in all the fluids and crank her up. But the engine is done with the exception of reattaching the hood. Coming up next, I'm about to screw the passenger and the driver's side oxygen sensors into the long tube headers. Now that we have the oxygen sensors in, next up we're going to put the catalytic converters on, which just basically pop in right there with the gasket in between. Okay, exhaust has been installed. A little bit with this oxygen sensor, I mean, there's no other way that I could fit it other than this way. So hopefully that doesn't cause me any issues, but maybe later on we'll see if we can adjust this thing any further. Yeah, everything else has been tightened down. I did go and take the battery in to get it charged at Advanced Auto Parts. And while I was down there, I picked up all the necessary fluids. So I'm about to start pouring in the coolant, the engine oil, change the filter, and put in the power steering fluid. And right after that, I'll go back and pick up the battery and put it in and turn it on. Alright, so just finished adding 6.5 quarts of 5W3 Mobile 1 fully synthetic, and let's move on to the coolant. Okay, all fluids have been filled. Took a little bit, especially the coolant, letting it go down, filling it up again. Power steering, I didn't fill it that much, but I'm assuming once I start turning it, I'm going to have to actually fill it up. But engine oil is, well, it's engine oil 6.5 quarts. So I'm about to go get the battery now and do the final turn. That was crazy. One wheel is back on, just one more to go.